Woo! Okay, we're not in the Jeep, we're in the Spark because we are starting our adventure, our Cotswolds adventure, which actually starts with heading to Oshawa for a bunch of errands because I'm not usually a last minute person, but let me tell you, we are last minuting some of this stuff. Whatever, we're gonna see. We're gonna get done what we can get done. We're gonna buy some beef jerky at Walmart and we're solid, we're good. Flight departs at 10:45 p.m. so I got some papers to write for school. Wesley's got some beef jerky to eat, and we're in for a good time. Okay, we'll probably check in at the airport because it just, you know, your brain just like shuts off. My brain just like shuts off and it's just like panic between parking and arriving at your gate. So, can't wait to see what that's like. Okay, see you in a bit. Cheers to wine on the plane. So the train was only about 30 minutes and it took us to London Victoria. Our hotel is actually only like 3 minutes away from the station, but we kind of wound our way backwards through it. I dropped Wesley, wasn't feeling so hot, and the bags, and I went out on my own exploring. So I found a cafe, a focaccia place that smelled incredible, and this like super cute little flower shop. It was very awesome. I felt like such a tourist and I really loved that. I decided I was going to keep wandering my way around and see what I could see. It felt super safe, which was really awesome. So I decided I was going to head towards Buckingham Palace and see if I could find my way there, which is kind of hard to miss, as it turns out, because we were on the same street as it once I figured that out. I got there and I was like, are you allowed to take photos here? Is this okay? And then I kind of turned the corner and I was like, oh, it's not. I'm not the only one going to jail tonight. So headed back to the hotel after this and we just kind of got ready for the next day. Okay, so that brings us to the end of our first day of this adventure. So we are in London tonight. We took the Gatwick Express this morning and came to the London Victoria station, and our hotel is like 3 minutes away. We are sitting in bed because there's pretty much nothing but a bed in here, but that's okay. My feet touch the wall. I'm 5'5". Wesley's feet are longer than that, so he's making the best of it. It's the Easy Hotel London, and honestly, there's no window. The price was like unbeatable, and we didn't really care about most of the things. So the luggage is under the bed, private bathroom, bed. I don't always promise a bed when we travel, so really, what more can you ask for? This is where we stayed. We did not go on that, but we saw it, and we saw that, and we saw that. I did, poor Wesley is not feeling super great, so I went for a massive wander around the area, and I ended up at Buckingham Palace, which was pretty cool. I ended up in a lot of places, so that's going to be part of this video. Tomorrow we are waking up and we are heading to Stratford-upon-Avon, so we are going to spend a day there, the birthplace of Shakespeare. So my English lit heart is loving it. We are going to buy some bicycles, that's the plan. Take a train. Drink some more beer. So 10 out of 10, what can you ask for? So we are off to bed for an exciting day. I don't know if we are successfully on the correct schedule for this time zone. I mean, it's only 5 hours, which isn't crazy, but we've managed to make it crazy. So let's wish ourselves some luck and try to get some sleep. Mm-hmm. Okay, we will see you tomorrow. We kind of rapid fired the morning when we were leaving the hotel to try and see as much as we can, get to where we needed to be and do all of the things we needed to do to get there. So we started the journey, we passed through the theater district, which was so cool, made it to Piccadilly Circus, which was really neat. We got some coffee. It was not great. It was actually quite the pursuit to try to just find some regular drip coffee. By the end of the trip, I was successful, and it gets to be in most of my London photos. But we actually even made it to 221B Baker Street to see the Sherlock Holmes iconic kind of his address. So we didn't go through the museum, but it was very cool to see. And then we finally made it to the bike shop. Almost as quickly as we realized the bikes weren't going to work out, we realized this was going to become one of the travel stories that we tell. So it's definitely worth its own kind of side story adventure thing on it, but relatively short story short, we did not end up with bicycles, and this did revert back to a walking trip. Reverting back to plan A and backtracking across London to get to Marylebone Station to get to Stratford-upon-Avon, we arrived at the station and we're like, okay, now we've got to figure out the tickets, which were actually significantly harder than I expected. But only because I kind of like to overthink sometimes.
Definitely tried the one that was exit for like forever. I'm just like,
I saw you there. I was like, what are you doing? We are on an adventure. Oh, 6 is right there. All right, we are on the train. Well, we're off the train right now, but we're waiting for our transfer to conveniently placed bench. We always say upon. I don't know why it's on. I don't know, but something that we can do. We bought the meal deal. If you've looked into traveling to the UK, you are probably familiar with these. You get a sandwich and a drink and a snack for a great price. So that's what we are going to eat for breakfast at 3 p.m. Meal 1. I'm a planner.
I did have the coolest bean thing, some hot and ready thing. What was it?
It was a sausage like square, but it had beans and cheese.
Yeah, it was hot and like a pastry. It was like
really nice and flaky.
It was nice. It was good.
Okay, so I guess we did break our fast with that.
Yes.
Energy drinks and reduced items from the hot and ready section.
Yeah.
You can take us out of our country, but we're still exactly who we are. Slightly tragic. All right, midday update. Let's onwards. Looking forward to some beer in Shakespeare's birthplace. Yay! Or here if I can talk Wesley into it. We arrived to Stratford-upon-Avon, and I was very excited for Wesley to take this photo. It had the cutest little train station, but it's also funny because I was supposed to be writing an assignment about Shakespeare, and I was in his birthplace not writing an assignment. We passed the old thatched tavern, which was just super neat because it had a thatched roof. How on point. And we wound our way through Stratford-upon-Avon to our hotel for the night, which was actually so cool. It was right above a pub. It was like the dream that I booked and planned and just got to live out. Okay, onwards. Do you have to duck?
Should be okay.
Oh, it's close though. Wow, it is so close. This is very cool.
It's getting smaller.
Can you imagine having one of those narrow boats come through here? The canal boats? Yeesh. It does feel like it's getting... Oh, you made it. Out of the tunnel, we made our way to a pub built in 1490. How cool. That's what I told my boss, would be drinking somewhere that was older than the country that we're from. The next morning, the Stratford-upon-Avon adventures continued as we made our way to the kind of downtown core to see Shakespeare's birthplace. We didn't go in, we didn't pay any additional money on this trip to do any like really touristy things because the goal was to drink as many pints in as many pubs as possible in different villages. So, you know, you gotta spend responsibly. And it was just amazing. Everywhere that you turned here, there was a building that was just incredible, original, incredible. It was just the best. It was the best. We do wrap up this section of the video here. After this, we hop on a city bus and find ourselves entering the true kind of heart of the Cotswolds, the beginning in Chipping Campden. I just didn't think I would arrive on the same kind of bus that I took to high school. But the adventure continues. See you next week.